Hello, my name is Victor Rodrigo and I'm going to teach you how to assemble a Mac Mini today. So at the moment I have the hard drive already reinstalled real quick. So it's not that hard, honestly, just find the right way, you see, horizontally and angle both sides of the PC. That way for the screws. But first we need to install the power supply. Let me just install the power supply and I'll get back to you in a second.
Pretty quick though. I know.
So the power supply is installed, and what was difficult is the part right here. This part right here where you have to like angle it correctly, because you can actually move it. Actually move this thing, so you have to like twist and put it back. I think it was the most difficult part, but another difficult part about it is that the cable for the motherboard was another part that was difficult, since you had to angle it correctly for it to fit perfectly. Below this little part right here, and from there on to leave some space for it to connect it to the motherboard again. The most important part is that the screw shows the hole. That way you can install the screw. Now the next part we need to install is the motherboard. Be right back. I forgot to mention, there is a little pin, the silver little pin you see right there. It's a lock. That way the power supply, this thing, not move once you connect it, so that way you can actually just connect it without worrying of moving back and moving forward. Alright, going for the motherboard now. One more thing, once you're done installing the power supply, reinstall the screws, one right here and one right here. That one is for the hard drive, and this one is for the power supply and the hard drive. Right, motherboard. Alright, so now that you have the motherboard right here, you want to leave some size, so that way you can connect the power supply into the motherboard like this. Come on. Hang on. So painfully as it was, I managed to connect the power supply to the motherboard. So now the motherboard now has power. It was a pain, but you don't have to connect it to the little part right here. It's actually below this little part right here where you have to connect it. I didn't see that, my bad, but it's all good in the end. Next up, we're going to connect this part right here and this part right here. If you don't know, this one's for the power, this one's for data, this one's for data transfer this is for power, my bad, this is for power, this one is for data transfer for the hard drive. So I'll be right back.
Installing the operating system.
So real quick, since I already connected the power for the data, this is a little safety little thing. So that's why you can put it on top of the thing and screw it in. So that way we'll have more safety, and that way when you carry it, move it, or do anything with it, it will not get disconnected, because nobody wants the data just immediately just disconnect and lose data.
You guys only have an hour and a half.
So now the power fan, the
We're gonna install it
The fan. Now the fan is inside. Now the fan is inside, you can now install the little thing right here. This is for the Wi-Fi. It goes right with the adapter right here, and you connect it right here. You see, it's very difficult to do it, so have patience and make sure that it's actually correctly installed, or else the Wi-Fi will not work. So I'll be right back. I forgot to mention the to secure the motherboard that is secure and not to move. And when you picked up the Mac, is this screw down here to secure the motherboard for it not to move at all. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to detach the fan in order for you to get to this screw. My bad. So once you confirm you connect the Wi-Fi, you want to screw it so that way it does not detach from it. So not that way when you move it again, you do not have to detach the Wi-Fi and reopen it and see if nothing is wrong with it. Now the last thing we need to do is just close this part right here and make sure that the holes are visible in each and every single one of those, and every single one, so that way you can finally close it. 1 sec. There you go. Now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Six screws. You know, to use them. Once you screw them, you already seal up in just 1 second. Alright, so now that I screw everything, so this is how it goes. There's small screws and there's big fat screws, and it goes where the Wi-Fi is. Small screw, big screw, small screw, big screw, small screw, and big screw. That's basically what it goes. Why would you want to go with the big screw? With the little this thing right here, you can actually just put it on top of it, and you can actually see that it has holes right there. You can see that I have one there, and one there, big ones. So when you put it on, you can hear the click, 3 clicks, and there you go, sealed, perfect. And that is how you assemble a Mac Mini. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all later.